This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, head over to bigheadsmedia.com.
Previously on TV Tuners.
I replaced all my bones with dinosaur bones.
Swanson, I need you to collate some reports.
It's late at night. That means it's time for a cheese stick.
You are hereby sentenced to 1 year in the crime dome.
There's a bomb on this bus?
There's one last thing you need to answer. GIF or JIF?
And now TV Tuners continues?
Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. It's a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive in the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and guy who just got his consciousness uploaded.
Oh, my head! Got blasted with a laser.
Yeah, he got ass blasted. Well, I guess it was dome blasted. Dome Blast USA on that one.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
Yep. And with us, as always, is our other co-host and helpful programmer, Keanu.
Hey, how's it going? I'm real helpful. Nothing wrong with me.
Yeah, you don't seem, like, emotionally broken.
I need help. I'm stuck in the door.
You'll be fine.
I was really tempted to make Stairmaster the girlfriend, but...
Oh, I was hoping you were going to make me the vet. Because then I could just be like, music makes me lose control.
The
music
vet?
makes me... The vet. The veteran guy.
Oh. Yeah. For some reason,
I thought you were saying veterinarian.
Yeah, I thought for some reason there was like a veterinarian character I missed. I was like,
there
there a
was
scene with the dog being like taken care of?
Like there's like a guy in like surgical, in like the, what's it called that they wear, the doctor people?
Scrubs?
Scrubs!
Oh, like the TV show Scrubs.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Remember that time they did that dance?
Oh,
if you like
so good.
If you like the TV show Scrubs and more, you can check us out on Twitter at TV Tuners.
We post a lot about Scrubs. It's like a Scrubs timeline for all the Scrub fanatics out there.
Yeah, it's pretty much a Scrubs fan channel over there on TV Tuners. Of course, I also would be remiss if I didn't mention that I am currently feuding with that TV Tuners.
Oh.
Yeah, this is like
now canceled.
It's like a wrestling style feud.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a wrestling style feud where one side no sells everything the other side says.
Yeah, it's a real.
Yeah, I don't know. Ever since the TV Tuners account got that new profile picture, like,
oh yeah,
it's taken on like a new attitude.
Yeah, it's been out of control.
Sultry.
Yeah.
More
There's just
sensual.
something about that money straight to the chin of Dylan McDermott that, brings out the worst in the account. Or the best, it depends. You have to go see for yourself.
I feel like when our intern is tweeting stuff like, I'm God, I revere only myself, we should probably, strip away his account access.
Or when he's, retweeting anime titties.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the deal, guys, and I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Okay, so our intern, who I don't know his name,
I think it's Miguel.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, is it a guy?
Oh, it could be Michelle, and I just misheard.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, the intern changed the password and the phone number and the email on the account.
Oh.
Yeah, and he stopped showing up for work at our contractor's office.
Yeah, they stopped showing up I'm just covering my bases here. They stopped showing up for work like about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Should we be concerned about that?
No,
well, the Bosnian nationalist content is a bit troubling.
Oh,
okay.
Well, I actually purposely asked for that.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, the TV Tuners Twitter account is going to be under control of that intern for the foreseeable future. I'm in talks with the Twitter support, and they might be able to get us the access back.
But if you do add it or use hashtag TV Tuners, they will respond.
That's right. And, yeah, and we also give a glance over at the hashtag TV Tuners sometimes. So, do all that fun stuff over there. And if you really want to show your love for us, why not consider subscribing?
What?
Yeah, we're available on all of the podcatchers of your choice. Apple
that would make me
Podcasts.
so happy if they subscribed. I would. Oh my god!
Yeah,
the thought of that. I'm
It would be
euphoric
great.
right now just thinking about it.
we are available on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and more. Go on over and give us 5 stars if that's an option.
Or
We would greatly
$5.
appreciate it. Yeah, buy us a cup of coffee, even though we're not set up on that website.
Do you think anyone would donate us money if we did?
We get
No.
get less than $5.
Yes.
We would get like a bill.
No, we'd get $4.20.
We would get a bill. They would charge us.
We pay it.
Yeah, we would happily pay it because we're law-abiding citizens.
Yeah, none of us have done anything illegal in the past 30 hours or so.
Yeah. I don't know, whatever you can mean by that. I mean, I
Really
did
specific
plant
time frame.
I did plant a bomb in a bus and only make it go a certain mile. It couldn't go a certain mile above it couldn't go above a certain limit.
Oh, so you're just enforcing the law. You're a vigilante.
Yes, yeah. And I had my own reasons for this.
I was worried, Swanson, you were going to say that you made the bus like have to keep going.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a problem.
Stop.
No, it can only go a certain limit of the
Because
speed.
buses, they only have finite endurance.
I also did it with a boat, but that was a lot less cool.
Well, boats aren't as fast compared to the sea, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
What's the fastest speedboat?
Sandra Bullock and some white guy.
Those are the fastest speedboat? Sandra Bullock's a speedboat?
Oh, and I thought you said what's the cast of Speedboat?
Oh.
Speed 2, Cruise Control.
Speedboat 2, Cruise Control.
You're just hearing what you want to hear. Like, I didn't come close to saying that.
I'm sorry.
Is
sorry.
Keanu Reeves just not in Speedboat
No,
2?
he has better things to do.
Yeah, that tracks. Anyway, we might talk about that more later.
Hold on, I need to see what he was doing in 1997.
Well, while you do that, why don't I address the listeners? If you have any quips, comments, questions, foresights, or otherwise, you can send them to us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Kyo-Rain?
TV at msn.org.
That's right. What'd you find, Stair?
In 1996, Keanu Reeves starred in the independent crime comedy Feeling Minnesota with Vincent D'Onofrio and Cameron Diaz, which was described as shoddily assembled and fundamentally miscast by Rotten Tomatoes. The same year, he turned down an offer in Speed 2 Cruise Control, despite being offered a salary of $12 million. According to Reeves, this caused 20th Century Fox to sever ties with them for a decade. Instead, he spent time touring with his band, Dogstar.
Excuse me?
Dogstar was an American alternative rock group active from the mid-1900s to the early 2000s.
Mid-1900s.
So Keanu Reeves in the 1950s had a band called Dogstar. They used to tour with the Rat Pack and...
Yeah.
He was really ahead of his time with progressive rock in the 50s.
The band found moderate success, but garnered significant media attention due to the band's bass guitarist being well-known Hollywood actor Keanu Reeves.
Oh, wow, he wasn't even lead singer. That's,
Anyways.
what? Good on him. Most Hollywood actors would demand to be the lead singer.
No, I feel like Keanu's a guy who's interested in, developing a talent.
Yeah, he's not Johnny Depp in it. He's not going up there in a weird hat and just singing poorly.
Anyways, in 1997, he starred in the drama film The Last Time I Committed Suicide, based on a 1950 letter written by Neil Cassidy to Jack Kerouac. In a scathing review of Reeves, Paul Tartara of CNN called him void of talent. Here he is again, receiving his lines as if they're non-related words strung together as a memory exercise. Also, he starred in Devil's Advocate with Al Pacino.
Oh. Yeah, you know what? $12 million's a lot of money to turn down, but it sounds like he had a pretty good year.
Yeah, for Devil's Advocate, Keanu agreed to a pay cut of several million dollars so the film studio could afford to hire Pacino.
Oh, see? Good guy Keanu
Wow,
Reeves.
what a guy!
I hope nothing bad ever happens to Keanu Reeves.
I hope he comes on the pod.
Yeah, you know what? We're open to it.
Yeah.
You know what, Al Pacino, you can come on the pod too.
I hope he emails the pod.
Just Al, please don't listen to that episode on Hunters.
I mean, we weren't very mean to Al Pacino on that one.
Yeah, it's true. It was more the creators of the show. Speaking of the show and all of the social medias and whatnot, I guess it's time for the Tweet of the Week segment.
All right. So Kiara reads this, right?
What?
I think you read it usually.
Okay. So, at Missing Soap tweets, is this the reason why Sope don't upload Selkas together? Because I be all over the place and won't stuff you? And Kia, describe this photo. STFU. Question mark, question mark.
Perhaps you should have just said it like that.
Yeah, sorry. And Kia, can you describe this photograph to us?
There's a lot going on in this picture. So it looks like a group of Asian individuals.
Oh, I don't know. We need to bring race into this.
With there's like Korean signs here. That's Korean, right? Yeah, that's got to be.
Yes.
There's in front of like a pink truck with like is that like an ice cream truck? What is that? It's some kind of food truck.
It's a food truck. The sign on the side has a guy with a tray full of apples.
Strawberries.
Or maybe that's strawberries.
Those are strawberries.
I guess this is an ice cream thing. Oh, well, there's a lady with a sphere head in the background. That's like kind of ice cream-ish.
Yeah, I mean, presumably that's a lady.
Okay, but I'm trying to parse this this thing. So I'm gonna reread it.
Uh-huh.
Is the reason why Soap don't upload Selkas together because I be all over the place and won't STFU?
Interesting.
I believe Sope might be a music artist, but I don't know if that's like their actual name or like a shortened.
Perhaps it's a group.
That's a group of people.
Sope, also known as a picadita, or picadita, is a traditional Mexican dish originating in the central and southern parts of Mexico.
Okay, that's definitely not what this is.
Okay, well, look at this meal and tell me if you would munch or avoid brunch.
Yeah, I'd munch on that.
Yeah, I'd give that a munch.
All right, what's a selka? Is that like a selfie?
I think that might be
like a bad selfie.
Is that like a self-cast?
Sort of like how this is a bad tweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, I asked Stare to maybe...
Selka is a word that combines selfie and a camera. It's a Korean word used in everyday conversation.
Oh! Because they're Korean.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this a tune out. Not because of any of the content, which I don't understand. I tend to not tune out on things that I don't understand. I just want to learn more.
I think this is a guy about being lonely, that he's not being included in his friends' social activities, now that you've explained that to me.
But I'm tuning out on this because only one of the 4 people is wearing a mask.
Oh. That is deeply problematic.
I'm going to tune out on this tweet because I gave Stairmaster instructions to locate a tweet perhaps on the show we watched, upload.
Yes.
So he typed into the Twitter search bar the word upload and just, I guess, went with the first thing he saw, which was this. So yeah, that's a tune out.
All right. Well, sorry, missing Soapy. See, better luck next time.
Wait, is this person, like, their whole persona is feeling left out of soap?
I don't know. I think Soapy is like a music group.
Yeah, this seems kind of fanatical. I don't like this.
It's unhealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a fan. Tune out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that out of the way, let's get to what you guys watched this week. Anything interesting?
I got really high yesterday and watched Speed 1994, so it was almost like I was watching it for the first time. Again.
How was that?
It was great.
Yeah.
It's badass. There's this bus, and it's just out of control, man.
Yeah, the bus won't stop.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, and Dennis Hopper just...
Oh, God, I forgot Dennis Hopper was the bad guy.
Yeah,
Was he the bad guy?
Yeah, when you think about it, there's so much going on, but really it's just about two guys who really hate each other.
And also Sandra Bullock's there, I guess.
Yeah, to drive the bus, because that's a feminine job, unfit for Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Sort of like computer programming in the 50s and 60s.
Keanu Reeves' masculine hands could not touch a steering wheel of a bus.
Oh, he would accidentally crush it.
Yeah.
That puny bus.
Also, there's a train in it. 10 out of 10.
That should have been the sequel as a train and not a bus.
Whoa! Well, I mean, they already had a train in Speed 1.
Yeah, but it wasn't out of control.
An out-of-control train.
I think they were afraid of... Well, it literally was out of control.
No,
I think the problem was they were just afraid of, like... Under Siege 2 ruined train movies for action.
Yeah. I don't know, but Atomic Train came out after Under Siege 2.
Yes, and we know how far that went in the pop cultural sphere.
Yeah, everyone remembers that terrific movie made for TV.
Which is I think it's on YouTube, so you should go watch it after this, listeners.
It's
got Rob Lowe.
Yeah, it's got popular TV and film actor Rob Lowe slumming it huge.
And it's got a kid screaming in a helicopter.
Yeah, and it's got a third act that you will not fucking believe.
That's the most black pill thing I ever seen, but then suddenly it goes like from that to like Christian bullshit.
Yeah.
Traditional family values.
Was that it?
I'm watching Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta, but everyone who's following the Twitter might know that. Or they might not.
I guess that's TV adjacent, so there is TV content on there.
I mean, it aired on TV once.
Yeah.
Like most TV shows do.
Amazing.
But not the one we watched this week.
Speaking of stuff that was on TV once and is sort of back,
you don't have any questions about Gundam?
Sure. Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool. Char is back and he's got sunglasses.
What's the biggest Gundam?
There's like this one that's Zeon puts in like at the end of the 1 year war that's like this big boy with no legs. So it's just got a round bottom and it's flying around and fucking shit up.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
I think the biggest Gundam would have to be the Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann from the end of Gurren Lagann. Since that thing is the size... Okay.
It's not a Gundam.
Decidedly not Gundam.
You're very strict on the definition of Gundam.
Yes, I am.
I don't know why you would apply that to a different series. Yeah, it turns out it's like a trademarked
so do you mean what's the biggest Gundam or the biggest mobile suit? And are we like doing all the Gundam franchises or just the Universal Sensory?
All the Gundam, every Gundam. What's the biggest one out of all?
There's probably like a huge one in like Gundam Wing or something.
Is it?
Gundam Wing was the one where the robots started flying the rope. Or the AI started flying the robots.
Maybe G Gundam has a big old one.
Oh, well, yeah, G Gundam has the Dark Gundam, which is very big.
Is there a Gundam called just the Big Gundam?
Maybe. Yes, in G Gundam, there's the Texas Gundam.
Ooh, everything's bigger in Texas.
We're going to have to do some research on this and report back on the next episode of the podcast.
Let me see. There's the...
Reading the official synopsis, it says that the Texas Gundam knows when to hold them and knows when to fold them.
Whoa. That'll wreck the battlefield.
Yeah. Anyway, I watched the Community table read that happened this past Monday. The entire cast of Community, sans Chevy Chase, for obvious reasons, was on
Rest in
hand
peace.
to all separate, obviously, read a script from season 5. Probably the best episode from season 5. Mm-hmm. Donald Glover was even there. It's great. He even made a joke about leaving after reading one page because he was busy.
What a guy.
They talked about making a movie a little bit afterwards. We'll see if that ever happens and if it's ever, good. But most of all, it was just fun to see everybody there and enjoying each other's company.
Just hanging out with the family, having themselves a party.
Also, in that episode of Community, originally the lawyer or whatever the executor of the will, I guess that's like a different thing than a lawyer, maybe.
Yes.
Was played by Walton Goggins of the Shield fame and other programs.
Wow, that's a big get.
They couldn't
Let's
get
watch
him.
Justified.
They couldn't get him for. Yeah, we should watch Justified. We used to watch Justified together. That's the name of my Justified podcast. They weren't able to get Goggins, so instead they got Pedro Pascal.
Ooh.
And he absolutely lost his shit at the line where near the end, Pierce bequeaths everybody a frozen canister of his sperm. And then it's revealed at the end that the reason he actually died was because he dehydrated himself, giving them all that canister of those canisters.
Oh
yeah. So that's he lost it at that, and that was very charming and funny. Anyway, yeah, good stuff. I would recommend it. It's actually still on YouTube. It's only a half hour, so.
I actually watched like 1/8 of the Better Call Saul table read that got published at some point recently.
I didn't hear about this at all. Excuse me?
Yeah, there was a Better Call Saul table read on YouTube.
I've been having dreams about Better Call Saul lately.
I don't know how long ago it was published, actually, but it was for episode 1.
You know what? I think I saw this in my YouTube mentions, or my YouTube suggested videos, and I didn't click on it.
I watched a little bit of it. I was like, oh, that's neat. And I was like, all right, I'm done.
All right, well, with that out of the way, let's head on to the news, huh?
Yeah.
It's time for us to boldly go where we've gone many times before. CBS All Access, of course, has a love affair with Star Trek because people still like it, despite their best efforts to make us not like it. And that love affair will continue with a new Star Trek series, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds.
Can't wait to watch that on the pod.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have a lot of talks about how it's not fun.
I'll probably be dead of COVID by then.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah. All the weed is weakening my immune system.
I thought I was supposed to do the opposite.
That's too good to be true.
So yeah, this Strange New Worlds makes it seem like it's going to be like a new sort of adventure time with like new people and like a whole new Star Trek worlds being explored and stuff, right?
Oh, they're going on space adventures?
All new characters.
That's right.
No more Picard.
That's right. No Picard. Instead, we have this person known as Spock, and he'll be working with Captain Christopher Pike. And it will take place 10 years before Captain Kirk's arrival to the Enterprise.
Hold on. Some of those names sound familiar. Like I've heard them before.
Huh. You said Spook?
Spock.
Oh, you mean the Beard Man?
Yeah, only this will be the sexy Spock that you might have seen in season 2 of Discovery if you watched that. Don't recommend it.
Oh man, sexy Spock.
That's right. We also briefly, a long while back, talked about sexy Spock.
I remember that now. He looked great.
Yeah.
Is he still sexy?
I don't think he has a beard in this one.
Oh.
Boo.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. It is a prequel, right?
Yeah, and look, there's nothing that says we're moving forward with a franchise like looking so far back on the past. We're gonna have those two characters are gonna be joined by a character known as Number One, who I think also showed up at some point.
Yeah, when I think of Star Trek, I think, man, I love this world they're showing me here, but what was it like 10 years prior to this?
Yeah, like time has any meaning. Like the spaceships are gonna change it all.
Yeah, this sounds fun and interesting, but I wonder what it was like before this interesting thing happened. Like, listen, I get it. Like, one of our favorite shows, probably of all time at this point, is a prequel to another show that we really enjoyed. But like, the difference is that it like revealed new things that were previously not known. It's hard to. I feel like it's not going to be the case with this, based off of how Discovery and Picard are. Picard's a different scenario,
and it specifically explored characters that before were kind of in the background.
Yeah, like for instance, Spock literally can't have any character growth in this.
Yeah,
he doesn't start showing emotions until like some point after Captain Kirk is on the Enterprise.
This is gonna reveal why he became emotional, even though it's supposed to be like a Vulcan thing. Like, it's due to some trauma.
Are you gonna see like the last time he fucked before that one episode of Star Trek?
Yeah, I mean, executive producer Alex Kurtzman said, when we said we heard the fans' outpouring of love for Pike, Number One, and Spock when they boarded Star Trek Discovery last season, we meant it. These iconic characters have a deep history in Star Trek canon, yet so much of their stories have yet to be told. Beg to differ, I guess, but I guess maybe Number One doesn't have as much stories to be told, but I somehow find it hard to believe that they're going to focus very hard on the female character when there's these two guys that we already know.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Spock be very logical.
Let's we can solve all the problems with reason.
Oh, wait, what if at the beginning of this new series, Spock is like really dumb?
Oh yeah, he's like
like Peter Griffin.
He even talks like Peter Griffin. He's like,
oh no.
He's like, Captain, how about that one time that thing happened, huh?
And it just cuts to the Star Trek animated series.
Spock,
this reminds me of the time we accidentally walked into the Klingon bathroom.
Spock, what have I told you about interrupting the time stream with your reality-breaking cutaways?
Hold on, if you walk into the Klingon bathroom and you like stand too close to the guy at the urinal, does that mean you have to do blood combat?
Yeah.
Yes. It's like their official way of challenging each other.
They have literal pissing contests in there.
Torbach, there are 5 stalls unoccupied. You have no honor. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, all of the stalls in the Klingon bathroom are spread apart.
Yeah, and also they have spikes on them for some reason.
Well, that's just Klingon anatomy.
Oh.
Anyway, it'll remain to be seen if this show's any good, but I'm hedging my bets here and saying no. Preemptive tune out.
Yeah.
Yikes, pessimism from our dear friend Swanson.
Just let the franchise die or let it go public domain. Either one would be good.
Yeah, kill the past.
Yeah, but for real.
Yeah. Speaking of shows that we previously tuned out on, Batwoman.
Oh boy. Is that the Batwoman theme?
Yes. It's hers now.
The CW series was recently renewed for a second season, but after a, quote, very difficult decision, and with the utmost respect for the cast, crew, and everyone involved with the show, series lead Ruby Rose has decided that she will be leaving Batwoman, and the CW will be recasting the role with the second season.
Well, why?
Maybe she's coming back for John Wick 4. Or The Matrix 4.
Oh.
Maybe John Wick 4 and The Matrix 4 are the same movie, taking place from different perspectives on the same events.
So Rose herself doesn't give any reason, although Deadline in their article says that Rose's decision to leave had nothing to do with an injury that she left her almost paralyzed last year.
Oh, fuck. What are they doing?
Is she doing her own stunts?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess apparently she had an Instagram video of her surgery, which was described as fucking gross as hell. Producer Greg Berlanti, noted for making literally every fucking thing in the world right now, and Warner Bros. TV. If you don't remember Berlanti, by the way, he's the guy who's making like TV shows for like 8 different networks. They
8?
No, I think the last time we checked, it's all of the broadcast networks except for like Fox.
I remember this legendary figure.
Yeah, he's like Thanosing the broadcast networks.
That guy. I can't remember.
I remember this.
They're going to attempt to recast.
Still scared.
Yeah. He's a scary figure. They're going to attempt to recast Batwoman with another LGBTQ actor. And they alluded that there's going to be a new direction for the second season of Batwoman, whatever that could mean.
Oh, yeah.
Silver Age now, baby.
She was in Lesbians in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but her girlfriend was missing? No.
Her girlfriend was a cop.
Yeah, their love was forbidden.
Mm.
And it was very well developed love, though. I can remember that.
This
like
also
they had
like
a sepia flashback and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, there was like a moment where they were like kissing and someone looked at it and then the army was like, no, you must leave.
How are we supposed to kill Iraqis like this if you're kissing?
How are they supposed to know what freedom looks like if you're allowed to be with whoever you want?
Rest in peace.
Yeah. So this news comes not long after the CW teased a big multi-show crossover about Superman and Batwoman. Yikes. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, did I mention there's a Superman and Lois show coming to CW next year?
But not
okay. I had Family Guy on my mind when you said that.
Also, check out the Good Old Values podcast.
It's Superman and Lois Griffin.
Oh!
I apologize.
Hey Lois, remember that time you started dating Superman?
Yeah, I bet they've actually done that.
Yeah, they've done so many Superman cutaways.
As you might have imagined, there's a lot of speculation about why Rose left because no one actually said. And I mean, I'm imagining some of it is probably, gross.
Almost dying.
Yeah, some of it probably has to do with the 2 herniated discs in the emergency surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a rumor going around, and I do want to specify this is a rumor, that long hours proved to be a challenge for her at some point. I guess because this is like her first starring role, and there's also rumors that this like made her unpleasant to work with. I'm tiptoeing around this mainly because I think it's kind of gross to assume that that's this kind of stuff, especially about someone who had a gruesome injury.
Yes, the bat was broken.
I'd probably be grouchy if I was like mortally wounded and still having to record this podcast because of
if I like
contractual obligations.
If I told Keo right after he broke his back that we needed to do a marathon recording session.
Or we needed Swanson to record the end of the year retrospective right after he got in that harrowing car crash.
Yeah, I would be like, fuck this, actually. So yeah, I couldn't imagine why she would be hard to work with after almost being paralyzed.
Yeah, I would be just like, shut up, Swanson, after you said anything. You'd be like, hey, welcome to TV Tuners. I'd be like, shut up. Just shut up.
And yeah, I don't know if I would do... What I would do is, like, if you started talking, I would, like, mock you. Where you'd be like, hi, I'm Q. I'd be like, hey, Kieran.
But you're in the hospital bed, so you did sound like, oh, I'm Kieran.
Yeah.
Beep. Beep. If I ever get hospitalized, we need to record an episode from my hospital bed.
That sounds like it would be chaotic.
We could prank call. We could prank call like the guy next to you on the hospital phone.
Yeah,
the guy in the bed next to me is just
completely comatose.
Come on, pick up the phone!
Speaking of chaos, I appreciate that Stairmaster today Joker laugh after he said broke the bat.
Yes. Would you rather I do like a Spanish accented laugh?
Oh yeah, like Bane, you mean?
Yeah.
No.
I'm more of a Christopher Lambert.
Yeah, but you know what?
Let me tell you about my good friend, Mr. Epstein.
You know what? Not Bane, but he could play a good Azrael.
You guys ever just sit down and think about, just contemplate the fact that in Spanish you spell haha with J's?
Yeah, sha.
It's crazy stuff.
Yeah, gobsmacked when I found that out. Anyway, we might never know the true reason for why Ruby Rose left, but really, does it matter?
Yes, I'm very invested in Batwoman, a show that we all enjoyed.
Yeah. I just hope the Batman is good, starring Robert Pattinson, coming to theaters near you.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get his back broken in a terrible accident.
It seems like whenever DC makes something, they kind of just flip a coin to figure out if it's good or not.
Oh, yeah, the Two-Face method.
So we've cracked the code. Two-Face is in charge of...
You know, if I walked into DC headquarters, DC Universe HQ... And
Jeff Loeb just had a half face missing. Wait, not Jeff Loeb.
No, that's the Marvel guy. Geoff Johns.
Yeah, Geoff Johns. His name is spelled like the French guy from the Sonic comics.
Yeah.
I think. What's that?
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, he would just be sitting there with half face off, yeah.
I thought his name was... No, it was Sad AM. The guy's name was Antoine.
Oh.
Is what I was thinking of.
From.
Could you imagine... here's a scenario that I think... that I want to think about. And then now you also have to think about it. Two-Face and Anton Chigurh meet.
I think Anton Chigurh would just kill him.
He wouldn't even flip a coin.
They would do a coin flipping contest so you could flip the most coins.
Yeah, I think they would both flip a coin and it would come up heads for both of them, and so they would just leave.
Call it, friendo. Two-Face would just be like, "No, you call it."
You know what I just realized? Swanson is pretty much like Two-Face of the podcast because he makes decisions by flipping coins.
Yeah, when you guys can't decide on what show to watch, yeah.
Well, I decided. Kia just decided the opposite.
Yeah, he sounds very unhappy with it.
Once again, for the record, Stairmaster is continuing his streak of not wanting to watch anything about women.
Hey, there are women in this. Sure, they're all archetypes and poorly written, but they're women.
You don't like that girlfriend character?
Oh, God.
Oh, no, man, no.
Hey, let's talk about the TV show we watched.
She's bringing down my vibe, bro.
Bro, women, right, dude?
No, I can't do this character because I have good vibes right now. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of good vibes, the Muppets sort of bring out good vibes in everybody usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when I think about Muppets, I think about Kermit the Frog drinking tea every time.
I think of Yoda from Star Wars.
He's not a Muppet.
He's a Muppet.
He's canonically Kermit and Miss Piggy's son.
Canonically?
Yeah, that's canon.
How's that canon?
George Lucas said it.
George Lucas didn't make the Muppets.
But he made Yoda.
So he can't say that.
But he's best friends with Frank Oz.
That Frank Oz didn't make Kermit.
Well, he did now.
George Lucas has to have a ritual where he brings back Jim Henson and he asks him if Kermit and Miss Piggy could have conceived Yoda, and when Jim Henson inevitably says, "You brought me back for this."
I'm gonna make my own movie, and I'm going to make a character be Goku's dad, and I'm going to just insist that that's canon to Dragon Ball.
Yeah, you mean Bartok.
No, like
Oh no!
there's going to be a whole thing where there was like an affair going on with this OC I made up.
Why are we talking about Cold right now?
I'm going to say it's canon.
Anyway,
wow.
The Muppets
That's how that works, right?
The Muppets are coming back. Disney Plus has
finally
announced its first original Muppets Studios series. In case you haven't been following, the Muppets have been owned by Disney for I think a decade now.
Well, of course they've been owned by Disney.
And in that decade, they've released one good movie, and then that's it, I think. Muppets Now, which will begin streaming this summer,
as opposed to Muppets Later.
Well, yeah, you get your Muppets Now, and then there's no Muppets Later. It's going to be Unleashed coming this summer. This was revealed on a new holiday that Disney Plus just made up called National Streaming Day, which was
God, that sounds almost dystopian.
That sounds like this Saturday.
It was let's see, what day was National Streaming Day? National Streaming Day was May 20th. You can put that on your calendars.
No, but really though, they're making a holiday for capital consumption.
Yeah, it's just like most holidays.
Wow, I
in
can't
that
believe
regard.
they would do this to us.
But except this time, there's no layer on top of it of some kind of
Yeah, it's literally that joke from The Simpsons.
Oh,
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know the one.
I don't know the one.
Fuck, what's it called?
Oh.
Is it President's Day or something?
That sounds like something the Simpsons would do. But yeah, like there's no man or animal attitude. It's just consume.
Yeah, and you're going to consume this new Muppets show, which is being, quote, called unscripted. Whatever. That seems...
Oh my fuck. With puppets?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to watch, Kermit doing some, improv.
Give me a job. Give me a location. Zip, zap, zap, zoom.
How improvisational is this? They must have at least an outline of what's going to happen.
They're gonna have Eric Andre show up to frighten the puppeteers.
To be fair, it's described as loosely unscripted.
So not unscripted at all.
No. In the 6-episode season, Scooter rushes to make his delivery deadlines and upload the brand new Muppet series for streaming. They are due
Doug?
now, and he'll need to navigate whatever obstacles, distractions, and complications the rest of the Muppet gang throws at him.
You're going to have to explain to me this Scooter.
He's the guy
figure.
from Doug.
No, that's Skeeter.
That's Skeeter.
Scooter's the sort of orange-haired, more human-looking guy who ran the Muppet Show.
What?
He was their manager.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh man! So he's the most powerful Muppet.
You might remember him to look at him, Keo. He's in the top right corner.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so describe this image to me, Keo.
Okay, it says Muppets Now.
Oh no, that was a joke.
Yeah, we don't really need you to describe the Muppets for us.
And
there's one that's just a dog.
Let me finish my description because you asked for it.
Oh,
it says Muppets Now, and then to the right of the logo, there's a bunch of Muppets, and they look happy.
Yeah.
And in the top right, there's a nerd boy.
Well, hold on. They don't all look happy.
Okay, one of them looks unhappy, but he always looks unhappy.
Yeah, that's kind of Wolders.
One of them looks...
They're Statlers, one of those two.
They mostly look happy. Overwhelmingly happy here. One of them's a bird. I don't know what expression that is.
Oh, yeah, one's literally just a chicken.
Yeah, so I think that nerd boy could kill every single person here. With bare hands.
Yeah, he's John Wick.
Yeah, it looks like whatever's going on with this Muppets thing, it's going to be a spontaneous deal. And anyway,
it's going to be really good. It's going to be the best Muppet content you've ever gotten.
Yeah, and I'm sure it has nothing to do with the recently announced Fraggle Rock reboot and the Elmo show that's on HBO Max.
Oh man, I remember Fraggle Rock. Good times.
Well, so is this gonna be like? Oh wait, it's HBO Max, not HBO. Never mind.
What are you thinking? Like it was gonna be like Elmo, like doing coke or something?
I was gonna see some Fraggle cock.
Oh yeah, no.
And my pastor, Pastor Tim, says I'm not supposed to look at Fraggle cock because that's sinful.
He's right.
Yeah, he's not wrong on that one. I have a bold idea for a Muppet show. How about like they're like doing like a variety show, and like it's like a little cheesy, but like it's okay because it's the Muppets, and like guests come on, and it's like fun and exciting.
Mm-hmm.
They do a couple songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a pretty low concept deal, but it's funny and like whimsical.
Are you like describing like the Muppets to me right now?
I'm describing the Muppet Show, yeah, the thing that made them popular.
And then a guy runs in and screams, "It's the Eric Andre show!" Ah! And starts smashing things.
Oh yeah, and also Hannibal Buress is there, and he's talking about Judge Judy or something.
Just imagine Muppets pranking people out on the street.
That would be pretty polar, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm imagining Kermit the Frog like destroying a police car.
Just imagine like walking down the street and you just see like a bunch of Muppets like stomping someone to death.
That's not a prank. That's just murder.
And like Fozzie Bear just goes waka waka, and then Kermit stomps him.
Waka waka away.
No, it's staged, obviously. Like you're watching like a fake murder where the Muppets are just killing someone, and they're like, "Oh, help me! Oh God!"
And it is a human. It's not another Muppet.
Or you're walking to the grocery store and the guy's just like, "I don't even work here," and you see like Wardrelfer just nude and tied up.
Yeah. And like
he's my sex slave.
You have like the Swedish chef go into like a subway tunnel and have him be like, Hergerburger, burger, and he has a cereal bowl on his head.
Yeah, why aren't we like writing the Muppets?
Yeah,
well, we're just plagiarizing the Eric Andre show.
Yeah, good.
That's why.
Better.
It's not plagiarizing to invoke the idea of a hilarious prank.
Okay, sure.
On the streets. Does he own that?
I guess there is the concept of the reactions being different.
I mean, yeah, because this time it's like fun little Muppets. Yeah, people will be like, "Oh, that's charming."
Oh, but you can't do the octopus prank with the puppets because then that would just be an octopus puppet, and not.
True, and there's no octopus Muppets.
Yeah,
that I know of.
I hope
there'd
not.
There'd be a big problem if there was. I think.
Yeah. Anyway, it remains to be seen what Muppets Now will entail, but
bad.
Who knows? It'll probably be mildly off-putting. And with that out of the way, we have some good news, I think.
Uh-oh.
Netflix has recently announced that they are actually going to be automatically shutting down inactive accounts.
Oh, that's a disgrace. I want them to just take my money without me streaming anything. I want that account to be active.
Yeah,
good for them.
Netflix recently sent out notices to people who haven't streamed anything in 12 months, asking them if they want to continue being a subscriber. The plan is if these people don't respond, then Netflix will automatically cancel their subscription, but retain their preferences and other account details for a period of 10 months.
Yeah, I don't see any issue with that. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. It's an interesting move because this seems like it seems like they're literally getting rid of money, but this money accounts for less than 0.5% of their total subscriber base, so they're not actually missing out on that much.
Well, Stairmaster and his 50 dormant accounts is gonna probably have to log into those, make sure they're still up and running, right?
Yes, I need those to evade government surveillance.
Yeah. Now, you could be a little more cynical and say that this is like a ploy for them to continue to keep those subscribers, or to up their subscriber count to make it look like they're getting more subscribers, when what they're actually doing is getting lapped subscribers.
Or maybe it's just nothing. Maybe just things happen for no reason sometimes, and we live in organized chaos.
I mean, this probably happened for a reason, such as they decided that they don't want to charge people for stuff that they're not actually using the service. Which is,
I think they know. I think they're just preparing for the economy to shut up, and they need all the good news they can garner.
Is that good news going to give them money?
I don't know. It's going to keep them from getting guillotined.
I think Netflix are the last people worried about this upcoming economy.
Yeah, I think streaming services in general are probably like really excited about the growth that comes from a bunch of people being at home.
Who knows?
But yeah, Netflix doesn't seem like it's very worried about this.
I'm not.
And instead, they're just sort of giving you some nice stuff for you. There you go. And with that out of the way, it's time for a segment near and dear to our hearts. It's Trailer Blazers. Hit the theme, Keo.
Trailer Blazer.
Yeah,
I don't have the soundboard ready.
that's fine. I'll accept that as a theme song. Welcome to Trailer Blazers for another week where we watch the latest and greatest in trailers. This week we watched Space Force, coincidentally by the creator of The Office, and the show we watched this week, Upload.
Okay, so whenever we watch a comedy or a trailer for a comedy, the three of us keep a tally of laughs.
Yeah, we call it the Laugh-O-meter.
Uh-huh.
And, Swanson, do you want to give the total score on this?
For all of us or just me?
The total, for all three of us.
I think it was 1. And that was me.
Yes.
Yeah, so, this is about Trump's Space Force, but Trump doesn't appear in the trailer, or you know what I mean by Trump. They didn't have an actor for him or anything.
Well, yeah, he's not there. He is.
Well, they respected him too much to show him.
Yeah, they noted him as the president, and then Steve Carell is like the leader of Space Force, and like it's an assignment that like no one wants and they give to him because I guess he made some sort of mistake. This is a long trailer, by the way. It's at 3 minutes.
Yeah, I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, and something just came to my head much more vibrantly than this trailer. Was there an animated show about Trump that aired somewhere?
Or it's currently still airing, I believe. It's Our Cartoon President.
That's not a sequel to Little Bush or anything?
No, it's
Missed opportunity.
It's made by... What'd you say?
Missed opportunity.
Oh. It's made by Stephen Colbert.
Why does that feel like something that, like, I saw in my fever dream or something?
I mean, it is a nightmare.
Yeah. Popular podcast boy Griffin Newman is Jared Kushner.
Wait, I thought Griffin Newman was the guy who made the Toy Story song.
No, that's Paul Newman.
Oh, never mind. Anyway,
that's not even Paul Newman. That's Randy Newman. Paul Newman's the salad boy.
Wait, I thought Newman was that guy with like lemonade.
I thought the guy was mean to Costanza.
Look, all of these are true.
Okay, so what's the goal of this? What is the goal of these characters? Just to do imperialism, but even better?
I think the goal, explicitly of Steve Carell's character is to not be an idiot, is to like not be a failure. I don't think he even gives a shit about Donald Trump.
Yeah, there's no... Basically, this guy wants to be NASA 2.0. There's no real military applications mentioned at all. There's nothing like that.
Yeah.
So this show just forgot that we have a space program already.
Well, to be fair, so did the president.
In 0G.
I mean, the idea is we take the military and put it in space, but they just have a military guy trying to be NASA now.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what the impression I'm getting from this trailer. Who knows if that's different?
Yeah, just make it a Tom Clancy type thing where they're putting a nuke on a satellite.
Oh, so you don't want it to be a comedy?
Yeah, have some people get killed and stuff. Like, have Harrison Ford strangle a guy.
You can have people still get killed in a comedy.
Yeah, but that's very tricky.
Yeah, and for a show about, like, stupid people going into space, or at least one stupid person trying to go into space, this show doesn't seem very ambitious at all. I don't see
just watch that episode of The Simpsons where Homer goes into space instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's a guy who sort of looks like Jonathan Banks, but he also looks like the stock footage old man.
Are you talking about John Malkovich?
Possibly. The scientist guy.
Yeah, it's John Malkovich.
Yeah, he looks like the stock footage guy that people photoshops of,
No, that's popular thespian and actor John Malkovich, of Being John Malkovich and others.
You know what I mean.
He's there as a scientist boy, and he's the only reason that I would be, I guess, even mildly interested in this. Well, him and Benny Schwartz are in here, so. The voice of Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's what he's best known for.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, yes, actually.
Now, here's what I'm going to say about this program. I didn't find it funny at all. And if the trailer's supposed to be the best bits, and this is the best they've got to show me, that's a bad omen.
Yeah.
And they had 3 minutes to make me laugh, and they failed.
We do know who this was made by, because we watched one of their programs today.
And also, presumably, you've watched at least a clip of The Office.
Yes. Or or Jack Ryan starring Jim from The Office.
Yeah, a show that wasn't made by the guy who made The Office, but might as well have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only watched the British Office.
Oh, that's real cheeky. That you mean, and it's just because you really love the comedy of Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, my favorite guy.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's a tune out on that trailer.
That's a tune out.
Yeah.
Good night.
I wondered if anyone, a loyal listener, can trace the point where we just started tuning in and tuning out on literally everything.
I think it was January.
Well, new year, new tune in, tune out.
I think it was the same point we stopped caring about television.
I can't wait till we tune in on the year 2020.
Yeah, I'm going to tune out.
Yeah, I've been tuning in.
We're halfway through. It could get better in the second act.
Nah, I've been tuning out since 2016.
Dang.
Yeah,
I've been tuning out since 2011.
Ooh, wow. Well, Keo, tell us when you got radicalized.
I think we've all been in like a fugue state for a few years now, huh?
I think I'm in a waking nightmare.
I think I'm in a fever dream right now. But you all know why that is. 420, bro.
Speaking of waking nightmares, let's talk about the show we watched, huh?
Oh.
Okay, so
that's it for Trailer Blazers. Let's get into our main event. We watched Upload.
We watched Upgrade.
Upload.
Oh. I wish we'd watched Upgrade. That was a cool movie.
It's a program about a world where we've advanced enough to upload our brains onto computers, but not enough to fix a collapsed lung.
Or to destroy capitalism.
Or to apparently have new references going on in the year. I checked the year on this. It's 2033 and someone's still watching 50 First Dates?
Oh, that's like 40 years before Mobile Suit Gundam starts.
They're watching 50 First Dates and being moved to tears by it.
Yeah.
On public transit.
That's...
that is a nightmare. That is late stage capitalism.
Yeah?
They don't know anything else. They probably don't even have speed in this world.
They got rid of speed?
Yeah, it's been censored for being too edgy. And
dang.
not corporate enough.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, this is definitely... I'm going to call it dystopian.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much...
yeah, but the thing is about this being dystopian...
In the make of this show, yeah.
It seems like the show's kind of resigned to the dystopia.
Well, I mean, yeah, everyone seems pretty fine with it.
I mean, it's sort of like... No, it's just like, damn, the show's just going, damn, this sucks, and it's moving on.
It's saying, like, even if we have this miraculous technological advancement, we're going to figure out how to make it suck.
Even if we did invent heaven, there would be in-app purchases.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, yeah.
It's the literal antithesis to The Good Place.
It is so cynical about everything, and not in, like, a funny, haha, this is really amusing way. It's just, like, kind of, I want to say it was a little off-putting.
Yeah. So, before we get into the nitty-gritty of all this, I have some stuff I want to talk about. So, obviously, there's some like baked-in overlap between this show and The Good Place. Both of them deal with the death and the afterlife. They get there in completely different ways.
Stair, have you watched any of The Good Place?
Nope, I still haven't. I keep putting it off.
Swanson told me to, and he had a gun to my head, and I was like on the ground, like weeping, saying, "Please don't kill me, please don't kill me." And he said, "You have to watch The Good Place,
or I'll send you there."
And and I said, "I swear to God, Swanson, I will watch it. Just please spare me."
And then he never did.
And yeah, and I guess hopefully he doesn't kill me after we're done recording.
Yeah, I mean, I'll think about it. But yeah, those are both baked in, and then I did some more thinking, and Mike, the creator of The Good Place, Mike Schur, worked under Greg Daniels, the creator of The Office and this show. And I think it's odd, or at least funny, that they both came up with very similar ideas about focusing on the afterlife and death and what it means in society and stuff, and came with two very different, essentially two ends of the spectrum. The Good Place, for all of its trends towards like cynicism and whatnot, is ultimately an extremely optimistic show. This is not.
At least so far, it's not. I mean, probably still have some more episodes to get into, but we watched the first two, and so far, no.
Yeah. And the character in this show seems resigned to his fate after the first two episodes. In The Good Place, that's not really the case. Yes. The characters are like immediately set on changing their fates.
Yes, they have arcs and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like an anime.
And like they go about changing things for themselves and for other people like very frequently. In this, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in it that's. The other thing is that the tone is all over the place in this show.
Yeah, I was not clear if this was a comedy or not watching it, and I still don't know.
Yeah.
It's a drama with comedic elements.
The comedy falls a little flat in a lot of places here. So we get introduced to this boy, this guy, played by Stephen Amell's brother. And he is a programmer. Keo, how's his programming skills? What do they look like? And
I guess in the future, programming is just talking to the computer.
I mean, apparently.
It looks like 101 level stuff. Like the error he was proofreading was just a misaligned pointer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you've got pointer errors in your program, that's like pretty.
That's pretty crazy.
It's not a good sign to have pointer errors in your program, especially if it's supposed to be nearly done.
And also a VR simulation for people's souls to be trapped in for all of eternity.
Yeah, that's
which is what he's working on.
It's no bueno.
Spoilers.
Wow, very bold the Stairmaster to assume we have souls.
Well, this show seems to believe it because they don't even go into the Star Trek teleporter conundrum.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they make it pretty clear that they zap his head off because they're uploading his brain.
Yeah, but the show implies that it's the same person in the computer.
Right, because your entire person is in your brain. And if you can get the exact copy of the brain, then you have the person.
But it's a copy. Well, see, in reality, that'd just be a copy. How would you know that it's not just a computer program?
Well, see, these are fun ideas that we could get into if the show was interested in that.
No, it wasn't interested in that. Or the fact that if you can do that, you can definitely make multiples of the same person, but I guess they just don't do that.
Yeah, no, it's unimportant. So we spend some time in this elongated first episode, by the way. We spent some time with...
If you could duplicate people, how would, the free market labor system even work? You could just duplicate the people who are good at specific tasks. And
if you can download people inside of a computer, why can't you put their body in a robot?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You don't need a body to do tasks like call center stuff.
No, listen, don't think about that.
Also, what year does this take place in?
2037, 40 years before the 1 Year War.
So is that why the only two technologies are? I guess they've had AIs, but they just drive cars, I guess. And
they got human level AI. So I guess they wouldn't even need to copy human beings or hire them
Yeah, human level AI that does cars and brain downloading is what they've got in this future.
So why do they have jobs?
Yeah.
I
Because you gotta have jobs,
I think
Stairmaster. Otherwise, what will you do with your life?
Why do they have wage slavery?
What would you do with your life otherwise?
I mean, I could pursue a hobby. I could start woodworking. I could become a novelist.
No.
Those are nice, honest professions.
Those sound like hobbies. What about your job?
Salt mines. Go pound some salt, boy.
Well, the thing is, they got robots to go in the salt mines.
No.
They don't have robots in this.
Yeah, no robots.
Well, they have the self-driving car. That's a robot.
No, when I say robot, you know what I mean.
Yeah, this would be better if, like, colony drop happened, like, in the first minute, which is evaporated as all of Australia is destroyed. And then a bunch of Zakus show up and start shooting shit.
Yeah.
That would be a very, very different show.
Almost, yeah.
I guess what we're getting at here is that the technologies explored in this are very
powerful.
Underdeveloped. Like, yeah, they're really powerful, but we don't really explore the implications of them at all, or explain why they function the way they do. Because, okay, when you die, your brain gets uploaded to a quote-unquote heaven, where it's just a VR simulation of the world around you.
Yeah.
Why?
Because people like that, I guess. They like the idea of not dying.
Yeah, and people would pay for that.
Yeah.
Except, why would you still have a market system if you have AI?
I don't think the immediate creation of AI is like the destruction of the market system.
I mean,
you would have to also have robot bodies.
I mean, you can, like... There's a lot of tasks that can just be done via computer, so the AI would... I mean, AI's already run the stock market.
We have... robots already. They just don't have AI that can properly control them to do tasks that we want them to. So I don't see any reason why you couldn't just put the person's, brain in the robot.
Nah, impossible.
And if I were this guy in this show, I would be like asking about that like a couple dozen times. But he doesn't.
Maybe robots are illegal because of World War III, and that's what we find out in episode 4.
That would be like a fun thing to find out in episode 1.
Yeah, episode 1
was walking over a T-800 corpse.
Yeah. Or like he sees like a billboard where like it's National World War III Remembrance Day. He's like, oh yeah, that.
Oh yeah, I remember where I was on Judgment Day.
And also, the fact that type of thing would alter the entire like landscape of this place.
Yeah, I think it would.
Yeah, but either way, they were dead set on exploring a very specific concept and nothing else, which is what if humans could create the afterlife for you, and it's like a business.
Yeah.
Really, so yeah, they should have had a narrower scope. Like, we shouldn't have seen him on the freeway. We should have started with him in the simulator.
Well, we do see him
and
on
we
the
only
freeway.
see the Yeah, we shouldn't have. We shouldn't have seen the world outside the simulator beyond the office, I think.
Oh, yeah, like The Good Place, you mean? Where we don't see the world beyond the good place in the first season?
Yeah, so we can just focus on the implications of this.
Yeah, that would be nice. That'd be like a good idea.
Instead,
we get, in this elongated first part that we haven't talked about at all yet, we get, like, family time.
Family matters?
We get him hanging out with family. And like,
I thought the black guy was part of his family. I was like, is he adopted?
Nah, he's just a good friend.
Yeah, and the way they're acting doesn't seem like they're in a more advanced society at all. It just seems like, today.
Yeah, they're not even in a polycule or anything.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I mean, sure, they're only a decade away from now, so whatever. But I don't know how we could develop the technology in 10 years. You would think they would bump it up a few more decades.
Yeah, like, these are Zoomers. Like, this guy's 27, he'd be a Zoomer. A very young Zoomer. And our generation doesn't have nuclear families. How are they getting this? Why are they so better off than us?
Yeah. And who knows? Anyway, yeah. So he's there with his wealthy girlfriend, who is just a great character, very well written.
She's like the lady from Temple of Doom, sort of.
Elaborate. Expand on that.
I haven't seen Temple of Doom in years.
Okay, so when I said expand on that, I didn't mean for you to say yes.
I haven't. She's kind of, bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that tracks. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, there's nothing to this girlfriend. I think she's most likely strictly in the show so that she can be this girlfriend that the guy's not that into anymore.
Yeah, now that new girl has shown up, and also I'm dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get this real drawn out stuff where he's with his family, and they're like, "Wow," and they're like, his girlfriend's like, "Wow, you think they like me?" And he's like, "Oh, sure." And,
yeah, whatever, boobs.
Yeah. So he's going to get food because they're staying over at her house, and he drives in a self-driving car incident. Before that, though, there is a thing here that made me briefly, made me like my eye twitch.
Was it the police helicopter with the telescreen?
Oh no, that was whatever. I guess cops and drones are a pairing that makes sense in a dystopia like this.
I was hoping that it would just blast him, and that's how he ended up in cyber hell.
Yeah, another funnier idea.
Citizen, you've been sentenced for extermination. Boom, boom, boom.
Like add in stuff that just doesn't don't just lean into the not making any sense. Have drones just kill him and be like under the law of Lord President Barack Obama.
You are now being sent to the good place.
Yeah,
I would have respected the show if it had been Bernie Sanders.
Oh yeah,
the president name dropped.
Eternal President Bernie Sanders.
Rest in peace.
And it shows his picture on the screen, just the picture of him smiling.
Yeah. So there's this completely superfluous scene where he helps his niece dance.
Yeah, I thought he was going to drop her and send her to cyber hell for a second.
Well, she might have. Who knows? He did drop her pretty hard.
It was like that scene was just to establish that he's being watched. And they're filming him or something.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Right. So this is the year 2033. Mm-hmm. She's doing classic dancing, which involves a song from 2013.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
That would be if you went to a family get together now, and your niece was like, "Hey, can you help me? Can you help me with Ice Ice Baby real quick? It's for my classic dancing routine."
No, she's listening to Snows Informer.
Yeah. Can you help me with this dance? I'm dancing to the Fresh Prince theme song real quick. Can you help me? It's for classic dancing.
It's historical.
Anyway, he dies in short show, but a short that suck.
Oh, we didn't mention about how
the car sucks.
The AI in the car was being weird and sassy.
Oh yeah,
and also easily tricked.
Yeah, he's able to hack it at one point, isn't he? That's why he's able to use his game controller to move his car.
Yeah, which seems super illegal and he should be put to death for.
Yeah, Lord Obama would not approve.
You could have also had him just get in a car crash and die right there.
Also, this car crash thing was really baffling to me.
It's not as good as the one in Upgrade.
Well, the car crash thing is supposed to be suspicious, as we learn later.
Okay, yeah, it's suspicious. The car had to have been designed to kill somebody.
And it apparently was? I guess.
Yeah, because it's there would be no way that car would be street legal, because you should not have to ask the AI for manual override.
Yeah,
you mean there should be buttons? It should be a pedal to press when you want the car to slow down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just car.
No, this was clearly
manual override.
This was clearly a car invented by Elon Musk.
Okay, that would make this show good. Is if there was a big reveal.
A Tesla logo on the side.
Yeah, exactly.
And it shows it's like official sponsor.
Or like it had like a Tesla logo on it. So isn't this?
Oh, so it's like it's like those anime fast food restaurants.
Yeah, exactly.
McDonald's and Burger Queen.
Run by Eli Mustard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, run by I was gonna say Elon Tusk, but that is literally just the dumb Rick and Morty joke that they made. So this guy's dead. I guess a punctured lung just can't be fixed in the year 2033.
Yeah, but they can download brains though.
Yeah. Is a punctured lung even fatal now?
It's not good, but
I think it was collapsed.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay.
I think it would make more sense if that truck he crashed into was full of swords.
Also, how did he get only a
sword in
punctured?
him?
That car was going so fast, and that thing got obliterated by the back of that truck. How did he only get all of those scratches?
Yeah, they should have a jar of red stuff.
And he was conscious and talking as well.
Yeah, like
and aware of his surroundings and able to form complete sentences. Like,
I guess the car's airbag system must be amazing.
But he was also dying in 40 seconds or something.
So there's a whole thing here where like they're like, hey, you have to sign these terms and licensing and stuff, and you gotta do it real quick. You're dying real quick.
You think they were lying? You think they were lying to him like he was fine and they just murdered him? Yeah, that's what they're doing.
That's probably the mystery here, right?
It's a for-profit healthcare system, Keo.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even. They're not even receiving. He wasn't receiving any health care.
I mean, the insurance is probably paying the hospital for the scanning service, and they're probably overcharging the insurance company.
Is it a hospital service to like laser your head to death? And
evidently, there's an upload room.
Yeah, it's in the hospital, so it's got to be hospital staff doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, because apparently this dude who helps him, I guess, is like a nurse or a doctor, maybe.
I think it's like a technician.
So much for Hippocratic Oath, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, him getting his head lasered off was like legitimately the height of this.
Yeah, that was like the only real laugh for me.
What did you think was gonna happen?
I wasn't sure what was gonna happen. I thought he was just gonna like do like a pratfall.
I thought it was just gonna be like a flash, and when it faded back, he'd be in the place.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a he gets zapped and then like a whoo, and then he falls over. But no, his head's just gone, and his family is not pleased.
They watch him literally die, and his corpse.
I love that
corpse just falls over.
I love that the people who run this know what's about to happen, but do leave a viewing window. It's just a very good gag, and the rest of the show does not offer gags as fun or as dark as this.
Well, you didn't like the gag where he's peeing?
Oh yeah, where he just does pee tricks for. I'm sure it did something for somebody, but not for me. No.
Yeah, that joke that went on for like a whole minute.
Yeah, where he was just like, "Wow, I guess I found the fun of Afterlife, which is just
this was not worthy of a montage at all."
No.
Or maybe they need better music, like "Don't Bring Me Down, Bruce."
Well, maybe they couldn't afford better music. But yeah, this whole situation doesn't sound suspicious at all, especially once we find out that his account is controlled by his girlfriend. Doesn't sound like a bad idea to just accept something willy-nilly because... Why does he even accept? What reason?
He's afraid of dying.
Yeah, if he didn't accept it, then he couldn't go to the afterlife.
I guess it's a good reason to accept.
And, they're doing a ha-ha joke about how we signed terms of service agreements without reading them.
Yeah, and also, it's a really bleak one, too, because it is literally just right before he dies. So he literally doesn't have time to read it.
He's signing his own death warrant.
Yeah. So we get a lot of him in this first episode.
Yeah, I think that's the most dystopian thing about this, right?
Is the afterlife stuff, or
the fact the afterlife is owned by a corporation?
Oh yeah,
and they were pressuring him to sign it.
Yeah.
And they couldn't summarize it for him either. They just said, "Here, accept."
Yeah, it's not great. This show's like a cyberpunk without the like gritty noir aspects.
Yeah, there are no guns in this.
Yeah, there's no Keanu Reeves.
It needs to be more like Ghost in the Shell. Give us some full frontal.
Why isn't there a crime syndicate involved in this?
Yeah. Well, who knows where that
Why
mystery's
is there
gonna
a
go.
man who's laughing? That's a big problem for the government.
Yeah. Who knows where that mystery's gonna go, though, Kia? We might have a gang involved.
Yeah, why isn't there like a cyber-enhanced guy investigating what's going on?
Yeah. Why isn't
But
there
he
a guy with like...
He didn't ask to be upgraded, though.
Yeah, why isn't there a guy with like 2 cyber eyes?
Why isn't there like a teenage mechanic who has to get in the mobile suit to fight off the invaders?
Oh. Yeah, why not? What if?
Better show
Yeah.
if it had all those things at once.
So yeah, he agrees to it, and
I mean, can you imagine, though, if they decided to just, like, cut away to Evangelion happening in the same world?
Like, outside, you can see the N2 mine going off, trying to blow up Ramil.
Nathan, get in the mech, or else Nora will have to.
Swanson was struggling to remember these characters' names.
Those are the only 2 I remember. And they're the 2 main characters. Nora is the one who we see watching the Adam Sandler movie at the beginning and being sad.
So she's the Antichrist.
Yes. She's also watching it again later in her VR helmet to showcase that her life is, I guess, sad.
I assume that lets her be inside the movie.
Yeah. Also, her apartment is so small that it's dormitory style, apparently.
Yes.
Where...
Her roommate is fucking next to her.
Yeah.
In the background.
Okay, imagine this. Imagine this. You die, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Your brain gets uploaded into a computer, okay?
I'm following so far.
Adam Sandler has control over your afterlife.
Oh my god. And it's like the end. Oh, so it's like the ending of 50 First Dates, but it's just your afterlife?
Yes.
Like you play a video when you wake up every day in the afterlife, and it's him being like, "You're good, you're alive, good." I can't wait for us to play.
Oh God!
He said, "Come make a new movie with me."
Yeah, would you like that?
It's also like Little Nicky.
Well, that's the movie is actually called Big Nicky. It's a sequel.
It's also a sequel
would you
to
like
Big
that or
Daddy.
not?
I would not like that, Kiore, no. Unless the movie we were filming was Uncut Gems 2. The Return of... Fuck, what was his character?
Howie.
The Return of Howie.
Howie's Secret Diamond.
Howie's Revenge.
The lost gold of Howie.
Yeah. I'm gonna resurrect! So yeah, this afterlife seems suspect as hell, but I guess Nathan's fine with it for a little bit until he starts realizing how many like in-app purchases are there and how many restrictions are involved. There's also like glitches and stuff that are supposed to be, I guess, jokes, right?
Yeah. I mean, they didn't make me laugh, but
Yeah.
There's a thing that happened.
yeah, what happened?
There's a thing. Yeah, they're a thing. That's for sure.
There are things that happened.
Yeah.
I think we've pretty much covered this show, right?
Yeah, really my question is, he's in this hotel, how long until it becomes The Shining?
Oh, I don't think there's ever going to be like a river of blood or anything.
Oh.
We do
That would
get
be too
we do
interesting.
get in near the end of this first episode a good likable character. This
But he's also a war
this
criminal.
This vet guy Luke, who I just looked up that name, shows up and he's like doing a little happy dance because he's got legs and stuff.
Okay, yeah, that was my one laugh of the show.
Yeah, this guy's charming.
Yeah, so
It's
here's
Quibi.
here's his backstory. There was apparently a war in Iran in the past decade, and he fought in it and got paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
So then after that, he went ahead and zapped his brain into the
Zapped his head off.
he killed himself into the cyber world, and he was bummed about losing his legs, but he does a little happy dance to show that he's got working legs now.
Yeah, he was real happy.
And it was like a really awkward little dance he did.
Yeah, and this guy was like fun and charming, and like he's kind of a bit character, but he was fun to be around. He should have just been the lead.
Yeah, agreed.
Because like one of the problems with this show is that the lead character, and to a lesser extent Nora, but I mean she's given nothing to work with on that front.
Yeah, he's passive and whiny, and that's about it.
Yeah, and like also they play up in this first part, and it's the part that seems really weird, that he's like kind of a jerk. He's like kind of a huge jerk.
Yeah, he's a bit of a like narcissist.
USA.
But then once he gets to the afterlife, he's like slightly different, and they seem to suggest that that's because his memories got messed up.
Actually, it's because sometimes dead is better.
Oh, yeah, and that guy would know because he's dead.
Yes.
And there's this lady. She's like his customer service rep.
Yeah, Nora.
And he's like, she wants those stars, man. She wants the stars, those shiny golden stars.
Yeah, that's the second episode. Her second episode's all about these shiny golden stars.
Yeah, it's like a real Mario 64. Wow!
Yeah. The first episode ends pretty quickly after she shows up.
Oh man, imagine if it showed if Mario style music started playing and he started doing amazing acrobatics.
Oh yeah. Be good. Yeah, this first episode ends with her like sort of coaxing him out of just erasing himself from the game, or I guess the afterlife.
Game.
It's a game.
This is an isekai.
Yeah. And I like the thing is, as much as like I might potentially like Nora, she at the end of the day is kind of a bootlicker.
She likes Adam Sandler movies.
Well, like they portray her in the opening of this like a rebel who like doesn't stand up, who hates her job and can't handle this, but like also she goes out of her way to make sure that this person who's clearly not enjoying their experience in this fake afterlife stays in the fake afterlife.
And like manipulates him to a very, very evil degree, I think.
Yeah. Like it's hard to feel compassion for a character who is at once not a fan of their job, but also constantly vouches for their integrity. Even to her father, who has viable reasons for not wanting to do it. But she wants to like force him into it anyway, which is not a great idea.
Well, she wants those gold stars, and here's the deal: if I could receive golden stars, like for example on some kind of podcast page, where we could receive ratings, I'd really want that. I'd be so happy to get those.
Yeah, I can relate. A 5-star review.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, are we going to talk about the fact that everyone in this simulation has to struggle with not killing themselves? Like there's a 40% suicide rate.
Yeah, that seems like an error that you might want to fix in your simulation.
And there's just this like giant pillar of light with this ominous rumbling god roar that people throw themselves in to escape this hell.
Yeah, it's you think someone would have patched that by now?
No, Swan. Yeah, it's a data stream. You need it.
This is a capitalist hell, isn't it?
Yeah. It's literally the entire opposite of the good place, yeah. So she also quickly programs in smelly farts. I have that in my notes, and I figured I would just read that. She talks him back from the edge of the data stream, and then we end with mystery. Oh, someone's deleting his memory files. Why are we getting a mystery in this show? It's already barely a comedy. Now it needs to be barely a mystery. And then we get to the second episode. Stuff happens, and
stuff happens. Events occur, and characters speak.
I was just making sure you guys could talk still.
There's like a interview with a vampire. There's a child trapped in cyber hell with them who can never grow up.
Yeah, that seems even more dystopian than before. There's also a Koch brother here, but they rename him so as to not offend the actual ones.
The actual remaining one?
Yeah, well, yeah, the actual remaining one. To not offend him over his dead brother, who was... If there was such a thing as a virtual afterlife, he would have definitely put his brain into.
Yeah.
He would have figured out a way to put his brain in a robot, probably, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, like a robot with, like, guns for hands.
Yeah.
Or swords.
And
you want to see the look on people's faces when he kills them.
Obviously, we, as we learned in the first episode, Nora is like a very sad, lonely person, so they got to make this like relationship happen between Nathan and her.
Yes.
They got to hint at like this future relationship that's going on.
Eventually she's gonna put on the bug suit.
Yeah,
I care a lot about that relationship. That's what I live for, man.
Yeah, that's I'm a Nathan and Nora shipper.
We need to talk about the VR sex suit.
Okay,
it's just a bunch of hands and hot dogs.
Yeah, that sounds
that
about
you
right.
wear around you.
And they have rentals for them.
Yeah, Nathan, you must get in the suit, or Nora will have to.
Wait, who are they fucking?
Well, we'll find out.
Who's on the other end? They're fucking Satchel.
Yeah. Yeah, probably one of the fallen angels or something.
It's time for fourth impact.
Ooh. So yeah. What is the basic deal here? Oh yeah, she's trying to get 4.8 stars because her terrible boss refuses to give her an employee discount. Again, this is just a hell world.
Yeah, and I don't think the creator of the show envisions any other sort of world.
Which is like a problem.
A little bit.
It also feels like this is like the worst time for a show like this to come out.
Yeah.
Like, this is a critique of the basic elements that we interact with of capitalism, but not much more than that.
Money. And office spaces.
Yeah.
And cars having to drive to work unnecessarily.
And you're saying burn them all down, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Even the cars?
Yes, especially the cars.
Oh, okay. Anti-car propaganda here by Stairmaster.
Now, I'm not a big fan of capitalism, but I've got a better system in mind.
Ooh.
Keoism.
Alright, so here's what we're going to do. You know that shiny metal? It's like yellowy, shiny?
I think I've heard of it.
Piss rocks.
No, it's like
fake
gold.
bronze.
I think it's gold.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna get that. We're gonna make a big, like, we can take all the gold on the planet, and we're gonna make a big statue.
Ooh, a new idol.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll all labor and toil for that statue to make it happy.
All right. Well,
how's that?
Sounds like a deal.
How's that sound?
I have no complaints.
Yeah, I would like to do that instead of hosting a podcast.
Yeah. So there is Nora goes around trying to like please all of these people, and they don't like give a shit.
Because they're dead.
Because all of these people like suck. Also, because you have to be super rich to get in here.
Yeah.
So naturally, all of these people are garbage. Meanwhile, they're doing this mystery thing, and they're like moving it along a little bit. Like the AI in the car is still programmed to think it's fine, and like,
yeah, who cares?
And kind of rude. The AI is kind of rude, which I think is supposed to be funny, right?
I think that's a joke. I think. Let me check the joke-o-meter. That was supposed to be one. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's another instance here of a song being. So Nathan is described as a 27-year-old. He is asked if he can remember his prom song, which he states is "Uptown Funk," a song that was popular about 2 years ago, right? About then. This would have been Nathan would have been what? Not even born yet when this song.
Fuck. Nathan would have been born around. It's hard to do math right now. 2006.
Okay, so he would have objectively been 12 when Uptown Funk was popular. Which means that his prom song would have been a, 10-year-old song? Well, probably a little less than 10. Probably, 6. A 6-year-old song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Swanson, you have to understand that they can't make new songs.
Yeah, they can't come up with a
world.
funny song to have it be, or just have him, I don't know, say something else.
Yeah, it should be saying vaporwave.
Yeah,
or something they couldn't have put a joke in this one.
Why couldn't his prom song have been Cybercube's final apotheosis or something?
Yes.
Yeah. Or maybe he could just say I can't seem to remember stuff like my prom song. What was your prom song? And then I don't know, there's some illuminating character moment about how Nora didn't go to prom or something. Instead, she stayed at home and listened to classic rock, apparently Uptown Funk.
Which is what I did for my prom.
Yeah, you just listened to all of Yes's discography.
Yeah.
Or everyone at the prom got downloaded and died.
Yeah.
Except for her.
I was very lucky.
Yeah, that would have been that's her harrowing backstory and why she, I guess, continues to simp for this corporation.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
because because a guy in a suit showed up and was like, "You see that? Unless you work for me, that'll be you too."
Are we sure we're not?
That's the mystery. Oh. I just think it's so strange that this show is at once attempting to be a comedy and also a murder mystery, I guess. But a vague murder mystery. One that isn't compelling.
Kind of reminds me of that space show, Babylon Avenue. We watched.
Avenue 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, the word Babylon wasn't involved, but there was another space show called Babylon 6 or something.
No, he's confusing Babylon 5 with Avenue 5.
Okay. Oh, it is Babylon 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, folks.
So that show, it was definitely more on the quote unquote funny side, yes. But at the same time, it was pretty dark as well.
Yeah.
And also had a very milquetoast anti-capitalist message.
Yeah, I think this one's actually even more
milquetoast.
Oh this no, I was gonna say this one's less milquetoast than that one.
This is that Netflix documentary that Barack Obama directed, Chinese Factory, where it's just wow, look at this is terrible, and then the credits roll.
Yeah, well, this one is very defeatist. Instead of Avenue 5 just being yeah, this makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So there's Nora we never get a conclusion to this plot line where Nora wants to get 4.8 stars. Instead, what happens is Nathan just keeps spamming 5 stars, which sounds like a loophole that shouldn't work.
Yeah,
well,
that
she
feels
happily
that
takes
would destroy
advantage
the
of
global economy.
Yeah, it feels like it should be for multiple. You have to summon the person multiple times or something. Anyway, yeah. So he spams this 5 stars, which is supposed to be a nice, heartwarming thing, I guess. And then she vents to him about her dad and whatever. And then that's mostly the end of that, I think. It ends with she's taking his corrupted memory files and putting them on her own personal hard drive or something.
Yeah, that's pretty insidious.
Yeah. I guess it's gonna end up being a thing where she finds out there's something in there that's not supposed to be revealed. She's gonna uncover the truth.
Yeah, it's pretty sketchy, man.
Yeah.
Look, Swanson, if I was inside of a computer, even if my memories got corrupted, I wouldn't want you putting them on your hard drive. That's weird. It's evil.
I would back up you people to my Google Drive because you're my friends.
What do you mean by you people?
Oh.
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you can back up my whole deal, but don't just copy bits and pieces of my memory and put it on your computer.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm putting that on YouTube and Twitter.
And
Top
Kyo,
10 Kyo cringe moments. Number 1, the fight in the gym locker, 7th grade. Or 11th grade, one of the two.
probably 11th.
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
We don't have time for that.
I won.
Yeah, was this the part where you just like sort of effortlessly like dodged a man trying to fight you?
Yeah, it's like Ultra Instinct Goku versus Jiren.
Yeah, he was like rapidly trying to punch me, and I was just like,
yeah. Yeah, well, Kyo's the ultimate pacifist, of course, as we know from this podcast.
Yes, he's like Rurouni Kenshin.
And that's pretty much the end of that. Final thoughts on this show?
No, I don't have any thoughts.
No thoughts.
Zero
Like,
thoughts.
I like the line, I don't want Pokemon anymore. I want pussy.
That was fine, I guess. That was an okay line.
I like the part when the therapist is just like, oh, so no more killing yourself?
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the talking dog. That was nice. Huh?
Yeah, there's just talking dog, folks.
Yeah, he has a therapy dog, but it's not actually a dog. It's a man.
Yeah,
like VRing into the dog,
Or maybe
and the dog.
maybe the dog
talks
is a
to him.
dog, and it just has the voice of a man.
we see the
echoing.
man.
No, there's a man.
Yeah, but I think
And-
maybe the dog is autonomous. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure it's
He's
just
no-
a virtual dog.
No,
Yeah.
they show very, very clearly that the man talks and the voice comes out of
Yes,
the
but
dog's
that doesn't
mouth.
mean he's piloting the dog.
Yes,
He's
it
just
does. That's
talking
exactly
to it.
what they're implying.
Okay.
And he reacts when he pets the dog too roughly.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he said, as a man, you're petting me very hard.
Yeah, outside of the context, that's kind of a funny line. I'm starting to think maybe the show just makes these jokes bad.
Yeah. Also, the
Like
the kid who's trapped in the cyber hell, his friend who grew up is named Breck. That's a pussy.
Yeah,
guy.
like the humor is all very dry and slow paced, so that's probably why none of the jokes land.
Yeah. It's also like hard to make it like jive with tone.
Yeah, because the subject matter and the tone are very like bleak and depressing, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really weird because like it's like it just feels like a half-baked version of like The Good Place, pretty much.
Yeah, just watch RoboCop instead of this.
Or the show I kept mentioning.
Watch The Good Place.
The show I keep mentioning.
Yeah, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah, that's right. Final thoughts on this? Anything else?
Kia.
So this show was definitely one of those shows that had an interesting premise, but didn't do anything with it except for have this. I mean, 2 episodes in so far, and there's nothing intriguing about this mystery. I don't care about this relationship. The humor didn't land. I'm sorry, but this is a tune out for me.
Yeah. It should be more like B-Stars. 0 out of 10, tune out.
Yeah. This was no bueno. This is a fun concept. It's intriguing. It has like a different element to it that could be fun if they went in there's darkly comic moments in this show where like there's the potential there for it to be a very like pitch black comedy. Instead, they don't really go for that. They just make this sort of a like this could have been like a Death of Stalin-esque like critique. Instead, it's just a half. It's like a half in, half out sort of deal.
And it's so slow. It's just like they establish the setting with a bunch of pointless details.
Yeah.
And then after that, the plot just because what actually happens? Very little, right?
Especially in that first episode, which is 45 minutes. The normal length of the show is like a half hour, and there's no real reason for it to be longer than a half hour.
In the first episode, the protagonist struggles with suicide. I feel like that should just be the story. Like, that's such a big arc to do with.
Yeah, like it's a big thing to sort of just have be over by like the end of the second episode, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a tune out. It's a tune out on Uploaded.
Yeah, fuck.
And that's it for this week's episode of the show.
We could have watched The Great with a woman protagonist.
Yeah, the reviews
and had a lot of fun.
Metacritic gave it a 77 instead of a 66, so...
Oh, that's 11.
Yeah, it's 11 more good, I guess. Anyway, that's it for this week's episode of the show. We'll be back next week with more TV goodness. Until then, keep watching. Bye. It's over.
Hey folks, it's time for the TV Tuners Fact of the Week. Did you know that Stairmaster created the most advanced vacuum cleaner in human history, but then it broke?
I called it.